Fuck all the bullshit. Fuck all the bullshit. Trafalgar Law. Every time. This is when you know a dude is a badass. When every time dude is killing shit. Like, man. This episode can be broken down into two quick parts. First half, Luffy versus Crustbeard and all of his minions and whatnot. And I love how, if you notice, I think Oda did this as well in the manga, but I'm not exactly 100% sure. But either way, if you notice, they go into as much detail as possible to the point where they are showing you each set of clothing that will be taken. Each person that has a clothing. Like in a normal situation, you would just see a bunch of pirates and Luffy would just grab, they would have a fight and then they'll come out with the clothing. But if they go into as much detail to show each and every wardrobe of where they're going to get the exact clothing, I think that's just amazing to go into that much tiny detail that it's like, whatever, if there's like a ton of pirates opposing you, whatever. But for them to go into that much detail, I thought that was a nice little touch there to add on to it. And the thing that was like the most hilarious part of this episode, in my opinion anyway, was Brownbeard saying, "I'm Brownbeard Sama" like 5,000 times, and Luffy's like, "Never heard of you." That shit had me in tears this episode. So, first half actually surprisingly not as bad as I anticipated, because as far as like for me personally, I don't like seeing Brownbeard. I just don't. I don't like Brownbeard. I'm sure you may know that by now. But this actually was done quite well with nice comedy, hilarious stuff. You got a little bit of, just enough of the fan service of Robin where you're getting a little bit of fan service, but then it's not over exaggerated and it's done in very good taste. It's not extremely boom, with snow everywhere. So, that's good as well. But by far, the second half slaughters the first half. By far. That Law versus Smoker, cutting Tashigi in half. Like, really? Shit's crazy. This episode was just like top of the line right there, because they actually took some stuff that I wouldn't personally be that interested in, really. Like I said, Brownbeard ain't the biggest thing for me. And they actually made it work, and they made it enjoyable, funny, and at the same time, they also have epicness with Law. But then again, it's Law, like, already since this arc started, probably Law was the best part of it so far. Like, just him coming in and like, look what he's doing. Look at the damage. And it seems as though he's improved quite a bit, because he just right now took out Tashigi. So strength development on Law's part as well. He just took out Tashigi in a swipe. Amazing right there. He got all of Smoker's peoples all riled up and everything. Like, yo, this episode, if I have to say that there's something wrong with the particular episode, there's I guess a couple things you could say. You could say that maybe things should be a little more serious in the beginning. I could definitely see people like, oh, it's too much comedy, we're in the new world, etc., etc. So yeah, I could see that. You could also say that, holy shit, is Law gonna be OP because he just took out Tashigi like she's clockwork? Me personally, I don't see that. That's something I don't see. I see that, if anything, it just shows how much he's progressed. But definitely I can see where people have maybe some problems with that particular portion. And overall, as a whole, I think that it was paced nicely. This is one of the finer episodes of One Piece, because not only do you have the action, which action always makes things go more quicker and more nicely paced, but then you also have the comedy, and you also have the development. Oh, another thing that you can actually say that is a big thing, which has been a reoccurring thing, and I think that's just the anime, is Usopp. Like, it's a small line, but if you catch it, it will annoy you, and it kind of got me a little annoyed, where they're all like, we're all gonna get this jacket. Zoro's like, I'm getting that guy. Luffy's like, I'm getting that guy. Robin's like, I'm getting that girl. And Usopp's like, make sure you get one for me too. I don't remember that line in the manga. If it was there, cool, whatever. If it wasn't, either way, it's like, Usopp should be like, I'm getting that guy right there. I'll get Brownbeard's jacket, something like that. And that's where, again, this has been a reoccurring thing. I don't know if this is just, well, a bunch of it, for the most part, has been just anime only, that they're making Usopp seem like this way. But I don't know if in this particular section, if that was in the manga as well, or if that was just an anime only thing. I'm going to lean more towards this was an anime only line, where he's like, get me one as well, which that kind of annoys me as well. But either way, that doesn't deteriorate the episode. The episode still stood on its own beautifully, with incredible comedy and awesome action. So definitely enjoyed this episode. I gotta say, it was one of the finer episodes. One of the best probably episodes of Punk Hazard thus far. One of the best episodes of New World thus far, because it just was like that intense, and it's only gonna get more intense. Smoker versus Law next week. What do you think? Who's gonna come out on top? Law or Smoker? And will Usopp stop the nonsense of being scared in the New World? Because I don't know if what the anime is doing, but they really need to stop. They really need to stop on that. But yeah, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for who? Thumbs up for who? Who? Trafalgar Law, the boss, the law, the surgeon of death. Yeah, people, it's that serious. This is what separates One Piece from the rest, because you get an incredible combination, and it's an ongoing shonen. Enough said. Have an awesome day, people.